Welcome, friends and spiritual travelers, to a Mystic Owl Pick a Card reading. I'm Mystic Owl, or Nathan. Before we get started on this reading, I just wanted to point out that today in Australia is Wear It Purple Day, hence why I'm wearing a purple shirt. This day is a day to support LGBTIQ youth that may have been bullied, or to stand up for young gay, lesbian, transgender, intersex individuals that are struggling to find their identity. Being a member of the LGBTIQ society myself, it's something that's really dear to my heart. So just wanted to get that message out there. Let's support our young lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, intersex, and queer folk so that they can live the life that they deserve. So moving on from that, today's theme is just a general reading, basically. It's messages from the universe. So what do you need to know right now? I'm going to start by getting some place marker cards with some rune cards that I have. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Spirit, can we get some rune cards as place markers, please, for pile 1? Okay. So pile 1, this is your rune. Pile 2. Pile 3. And finally, pile 4. So please use your intuition to see which one of these strikes something within you. Remember, this is the general reading, so take only that which resonates and leave the rest behind. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for being with me. And let's get started with pile 1. Welcome, pile 1. You have the rune of Dagaz, which is a lovely rune to receive. It's the rune of daylight or daybreak. So new energy as the day sort of begins and you have fresh inspiration. It's a very happy, vibrant energy. So I think this is probably an indication of how you're feeling at the moment. Things are starting to look up for you. You also have the butterfly here, which always indicates a period of transformation. So you may have been through a period where you've started to change your life proactively, or things have just started to fall into place for you. Potentially you've done a lot of work on yourself recently and come out of a negative phase, and you're starting to feel the benefits for all the work that you've done. But let's move on and see what the universe has for you, what messages the universe has for you, pile 1. Your tarot cards. Oh, you have the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands in the Standard Tarot. You have the Four of Swords. You also have the Knave of Coins, so the Page of Coins. Interesting. So two pages there, which aligns quite well with the Dagaz rune of daylight, new, fresh energy. Pages are youthful, vibrant, vivacious energy. So I think that's probably a good indication of how you're feeling at the moment, or at least what you're stepping into soon. You have the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And you have the card of gratitude list. It says here, Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what we already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you are grateful for right now. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Lovely. Okay, so from those cards, what I can see for you, Pile One, is that you're in a phase now where you're very eager for something to occur. I see a group that is starting to feel just quite alive and very anxious in terms of wanting things to start moving again. I see that you've probably come out of a phase where you felt a bit stuck or stagnant potentially, but you've done a lot of work. You've worked through the feelings of like feeling a bit low or lacking of energy, and now you're feeling a lot more alive and vibrant. The Knave of Coins here really indicates like real passion and desire to want to start achieving things, to get out there and be more active again. I see a group that actually has an inspiration to maybe manifest something with the Knave of Coins here being the Page of Coins. This talks about like a new desire, a new material desire. Potentially it's a new career or a new sort of job that you're after. It may also be a creative passion that you want to start working on more. With the Knave of Coins indicating like creativity, you may have a creative passion or a new idea on how you could potentially make money or a new project that you want to start. But what I do see for you, you're very eager, which is great. There's a lot of urgency in this reading already, like a desire to make things happen right now. But I do see that there's a need for you to maybe pause a little bit and but also just to take stock of what it is that you need to do before you can really get going on this path or this project that you want to start. I can see a group right now that just wants it all to happen right now, basically. You want to start seeing the rewards of this new project, all the effort that you're putting in. You want it to take flight right now. Potentially you're feeling a little bit anxious or about whether this will be successful and you will have gain rewards for this new inspiration. And I do see that you have success in your future, especially with the Degas rune here. And the Knave of Coins indicating that this project may take some time to get going, but it will provide for your needs. With the coins indicating money and finances and abundance, I do see that this is something that can actually bring in money for you, that it can actually provide for your family and your financial needs. But right now there's a need for you to just take some time out, work out what your plan is, and start being grateful for what you have. I think the message here for you, Parwan, is that you're so driven right now to want this to get going and to start seeing the rewards coming in. Potentially, I'm just going to use an example, like my YouTube channel. I have the same sort of desire. I really want to see the numbers growing so that I can reach more people and start to actually so I can take off and do this full time, basically. But it's something that takes time to build. You need to do more and more videos to get more subscribers. You need to plan your videos. You need to work out what your next video is going to be, how you're going to give the reading. The Four of Swords here is really indicating that it's time for you to maybe chill for a bit and have a strong plan about how you can manifest this. And you also have here a time to give rather than take, along with a gratitude list. This is really indicating that it's a period where if you start to be grateful for what you have right now, and start to feel Lots of green I see in this reading too. I'm drawn to the green in the Knave of Coins, in the New Moon in Virgo, and in the Gratitude list. Like, start to feel from your heart how you will feel in the future when you have actually manifested this desire that you have. Because feeling those emotions allows the law of attraction to work better. You need to feel what it is that you are trying to manifest, and it's as if you already have it, so the universe starts rewarding you more for it. And a time to give rather than take. And New Moon in Virgo. Virgo is a star sign associated with being of service to the community. They work best when they are offering themselves over and helping people and assisting those people in need. Especially also with the Degas rune here, the butterfly, indicating that you've been through a transformation. Potentially now you want to like change your life so that you can actually help other people. So what I am saying is that what you need to do with this project potentially, or this creative task, is make sure that you focus it on being able to give out to the community somehow. So if it is like a YouTube channel, pile one, that you're wanting to take flight on and you're really eager for it to start to grow, make sure that your videos are something that people can get something out of, that is of service somehow. And just take some time. Know that with the Four of Swords here, and also the Knave of Coins falling under the Four of Swords, there's a strong indication that this will manifest very slowly over time. So just be mindful that these things take time to manifest. You can't have it all right now. I do see a lot of passion and a lot of like inspiration, a desire to really get after it. But it will come in time, pile one, is what I'm seeing. Moving on from that pile one, let's get some further messages for you from the Commonplace Tarot deck. Spirit, can we get some further messages for pile one? What are they trying to manifest? What do they need to know right now? I'm also drawn to the New Moon in Virgo. So both the pages there, the Knave of Coins and the Knave of Wands, are both looking at the woman, the Virgin in the New Moon in Virgo. Once again, Virgin, fresh energy, a new start. I sense that you have gone through like an awakening recently, pile one. You started to work out where you want your life to go and what's important to you. And I sense that part of that is of being of service to others, wanting to hand yourself over to offer what you have to help other people. It may be a creative project, I'm sensing, with the Knave of Wands there. You want to show your art or your creativity and put it out to the world, and you want to see the rewards for that. Lots of desire in this reading. Okay. All right, there's 3 cards for you. So your first card, is the Ace of Cups in reverse. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Right, there you go. And you also have the Two of Cups, right? So what I get from those cards, pile one, the Ace of Cups to me is the card of self-love. And it really aligns quite well with the gratitude list. Maybe it's time for you to start listing what you're grateful for every day, to start to feel more alive, to be in a place of feeling fulfilled already, as if you've achieved this goal. Be grateful for what you have. Start to do the things that make you feel happy. Remember that when we're in a higher vibe, when we're in a positive state of mind, our desires and our manifestations can come in faster. It's the law of attraction. The universe rewards us if we're feeling like we already have achieved this goal. But with the Two of Pentacles here in reverse and the Two of Cups, I'm sensing that maybe you're a group that may struggle to prioritize sometimes, or you're not the best at planning things. You really just want to get out there and to show your creativity or this project to the world. Or you want this new job to start bringing in the money, whatever it is for you. There's a sense of like a new desire anyway. But I really am picking up on a group that potentially struggles to plan things out. So with the Four of Swords here and the Knave of Coins indicating that this will grow slowly and that you need to take some time to maybe think it through. And we just had a phone call then from the computer. So I always like to think that when you get a phone call or a message like that during a reading, it's a confirmation of what I was just saying is probably quite correct. So what you need to do, pile one, is spend more time planning out how you want to achieve this goal. Looking at the bigger picture, having a bigger vision of what it is that you want to start with, and then making those practical steps day in, day out to actually achieving your goals and your desires. And with the Two of Cups here, this indicates to me that you might benefit from getting like assistance from other people. So potentially going into a partnership, or just at least getting advice from other people that have managed to achieve similar outcomes that you're after. You may need to see a professional potentially to get some professional advice, or at least confide in or talk to someone that has managed to do this themselves to get some advice on how you can do it also. But overall, I just see a group that is destined for success if you start to sort of be more practical, down to earth in your approach in terms of actually making this dream come true and bring your desires in faster, essentially. Let's get a closeout message for you, pile one, from the Universe Has Your Back deck. But yeah, a really lovely reading for you. I sense that you've had an awakening, or you've at least had an epiphany or an understanding about where you want your life to go and what's important to you. And now you just want to focus on that intently. You want to put all of your time and efforts into this project or your desires. And I understand that, pile one, absolutely. But things take time, I think, is the overarching message here for you. Spirit, can we get a closeout message for pile one, please? There it is. So your last message. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Lovely, that's beautiful. And I see that you have a lot of light to give, a lot of like love and beauty to offer the world, pile one. You want to be of service somehow with the new moon in Virgo, and a strong passion with the Knave of Wands. Lots of passion and an urgency to want to like share your gift or to share your love with the rest of the world. Just continue to try and be in a positive mindset. I know that's not possible all the time. We go through ups and downs. But the more that you are grateful for what you have and project that energy of feeling as if you've already achieved your goals, the universe can then assist you and do the work in the background. That's all I have for you, pile one. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile two. Welcome, pile two. You have the rune of Laguz, which is the rune of like a lagoon or water, actually. So it's all about the deep subconscious, also about your emotions. So potentially some emotions starting to arise from the deep subconscious, starting to process things that maybe you have not processed in the past. It can also talk about like a connection to the divine, some sort of like psychic gifts, strong intuition, also pile two. But let's see how that relates to your cards and what you need to hear right now. So your tarot cards, you have the King of Swords. Huh. You have Justice. Oh, you also have Strength. Lots of air energy there. Your Monology card, you have the North Node, right? Step out of your comfort zone. And your final card is Moonlighting. Whoop. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. That's beautiful. So first of all, I just want to point out something that I've noticed. The rune of Laguz sort of reminds me of the moon card in tarot, the moon. Of the deep subconscious, some emotions that we need to process potentially, things being hidden or unknown. And you also have the Moonlighting card. So I sense that this is a group that may have some hidden talents that are starting to emerge. You're starting to discover some skills that you have that maybe you didn't know you had or that you weren't aware of previously, is what I'm picking up on there. But I also see that it's something that potentially you could use to make some money down the line. It may be you could use it as a hobby to start with and start to develop your skills with these talents. But it's something that potentially you could use down the line. But what I am also seeing for you, Pile 2, is that you're going through a period where you're starting to work out who you are and what your purpose is in life. So this is a strong transformative period for you where you're starting to process things from your past and starting to better analyze why you went through certain experiences and how they've benefited your life right now, and potentially how you can use those experiences and these new talents that are emerging for you in terms of furthering your life. I see a very intellectual group here too, with the King of Swords and also the Justice card. Strong intellect related to your mind. I also sense that you're a very good communicator. This is a group that has the ability to really deeply communicate feelings and emotions. You're able to process strong feelings and emotions, but have the ability also to communicate quite articulately, more than me, what you're going through and how you're feeling. You're able to process those feelings really well, and I sense you're starting to process a lot of things from your past that maybe you hadn't dealt with previously. So you have the Strength card there. That's an indication to me that you need to draw upon your inner resilience and courage to get through this period of transmuting energy or transmuting experiences from your past that you maybe haven't dealt with. I do sense that potentially this is a group that might be grieving or starts crying for no reason or starts to feel sort of up and down quite frequently. But it's all just part of the process for you, because you're starting to purge yourself at this point in time so that you can feel lighter and more free and have more of an idea of where you're supposed to be going in life to follow your North Node. I also see this being a group where you're being called to stand out from the crowd, Pile 2. You are a leader, and you're supposed to be a leader, noting that you have Justice here with the crown and the King of Swords with the crown too. So you're wearing a crown. You're supposed to be a leader, and you're supposed to share your voice to help minority groups or people that are less fortunate than you, people that are maybe disadvantaged in life, to stand up for people that don't have the voice to do it themselves. I see this being a group that really has some strong values, and you don't shy away from your opinions. You don't let other people like talk down to you. You know what's right and wrong in your life. You have some strong morals, and you're really being called now, Pyle, to voice your opinions, to get out there, to stand up for what you believe is right. And you have the strength to do it too. So strength also in terms of like getting through this period of like transformation, but also the strength and the insight to really stand up for what's right. Like the world is going through a period of transformation right now, I sense, where we're upgrading towards the age of Aquarius, where like structures and paradigms that weren't working are falling apart. We're being reunited together as one collective through COVID and through the Black Lives Matter movement, I sense. So these things may be something that's really touching you quite deep to your soul. You feel very strongly about them, and you're being called to start communicating these things to the rest of the world, to be a leader, to stand up for what's right. I also see a group that has strong insight and a strong connection to the divine. And I say that because you have lots of purple in these cards, purple and violet, related to your crown chakra and your third eye chakra. The Knight of Swords, the King of Swords to me is strongly connected to the divine with air energy, that strong sort of connection to something ethereal. But also with your North Node there, indicating that you have a calling, that it's time for you to change paths or to commit to this path anyway, Pile 2. So you may have a gift of being a channel, potentially. That might be a gift that you're starting to realize is emerging within you. I sense strong intuition also. So you're meant to use these gifts to be a voice, a channel to the divine, so that we can all sort of start to let go of like the Piscean age, being in the dark. Pisces related to the moon in tarot, with Laguz here and moonlighting, being in the dark, of being sort of dictated to, of having like leaders that were more about wanting power and being in control, as opposed to actually being of the community and serving humanity. So it's time for you to like really assess what your priorities are, what you want with your life, what direction you want to go down, but actually to use these gifts to stand out from the crowd and to share your voice. Pile 2 is what I'm getting. And the cards also are indicating that this is something that may be a career for you. You can make some money from it in future. So not only is it something that you're being called to do, I'm sensing, Pile 2, but it's also something that can provide for your daily life, your day-to-day needs. So be brave, Pile 2. Step out of your comfort zone with the North Node card there. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages and insight for you from the Commonplace Tarot deck. The Strength card relates to the star sign of Leo, who are like the leaders of the zodiac. They wear the crown. They're supposed to stand out from the crowd. They're very magnanimous in their approach to leading. They like to be in the spotlight and to show themselves off. And you also have Justice card there, which is related to the star sign of Libra, which is all about like values and what's just, what's right. So not only do you have the insight about right and wrong and your strong morals that you need to communicate to the world, but you also have, I sense, the ability to shine bright, Pile 2. You have some strong talents that are emerging, some strong gifts that are emerging that you need to share with the rest of the world. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wow. So I'm just going to take the 4 cards that I can see right here. The first card is the moon card, which I love. I love it when this stuff happens in tarot. A strong synchronicity of what I was talking about just before. I was sensing lots of Piscean energy also in this reading with Laguz there and the moonlighting associated to the moon, which relates to the star sign of Pisces. Like moving on from the Piscean age into the age of Aquarius, starting to unveil the truth, essentially, and what's right and wrong, and being able to communicate that to the rest of the world. Also, the moon card relates to like psychic abilities too, so you may have a strong intuition, most definitely, but I really see a group that is like a channel to the divine and should be using their voice to share their thoughts or their wisdom. You have the Sun card in reverse. You also have the Six of Cups that flew out. And your final card, is the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands in reverse talks about like leaving home, stepping out of your comfort zone. It is the same message here as the North Node card of like getting out of your comfort zone, putting yourself out there. You have the talent and the courage to do so, and the divine is here supporting you, pile 2. But I do see that as I was talking about before, you may be sort of going through a period where you're starting to feel things that maybe you hadn't felt before, or things are starting to bubble up from the deep subconscious for you to like transmute and release potentially. So I see with the Sun card in reverse and the Six of Cups here, this is about like experiences from your past that maybe you didn't deal with properly, and you need to let that go so that you can move on and be free and really stand in your power to share your gifts with the rest of the world. So I do see right now you're going through a period of purging. As I said earlier, you're releasing like negative emotions that you haven't dealt with previously. So just be really gentle with yourself right now as you go through this transformative period, pile 2. Lots of self-love is required. Take some time out to do the things that you love and enjoy. Maybe get a massage once in a while. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Drink lots of water too, with the lots of water energy in this reading too. So there's probably an indication that you need to drink a lot of water too during this period. Just be gentle and patient. You'll get through this. And I sense very soon you'll have more clarity about what it is that you're supposed to do or how you're meant to approach this journey that you're about to embark on. But let's get a closeout message for you, pile 2, my leaders, my channel. From the Universe Has Your Back, Dirk Spirit, can we get a closeout message, please, for pile 2? What else do they need to know right now? I'd love to know if you've been feeling these things, if you've been going through a period of transformation where you've started to like unveil like inner truths that you weren't aware of, or starting to like see or discover new talents and gifts that you didn't know about before. Leave me a comment down below. It's a simple message for you, but it's a beautiful one. Happiness is my birthright. I think that's a beautiful sentiment, and basically just a reminder to love yourself, to be gentle during this period, to enjoy this moment. You're supposed to stand up from the crowd. You're supposed to share your voice, and it's supposed to be something that you enjoy doing. So nurture it, pile 2. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile 3. Welcome, pile 3, with the rune of Northers and the sands running through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Northers is a rune associated with your day-to-day needs, what's urgent, what we need to live. It's all about needs and what we're reliant on, essentially. So I sense potentially you are feeling as if I am picking up on a group that may have suddenly started to feel as if they need to change their life somehow, or there's something that they need to do anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be a massive change or transformation, but there's something that you feel as if you need to start doing maybe you're not sure what that is potentially. So you're a little confused right now about what it is that you need to do, but you just feel this need or a feeling of urgency to do something. You may have also been struggling in the past to provide for your day-to-day needs, so that might be why you're feeling urgent, just to sort of start like being able to provide for your day-to-day needs so that you can survive, essentially. But let's find out from your tarot cards and your oracle cards what you need to know right now, pile 3. Your tarot cards. Ah, okay, lovely. You have the Magician card. I love the Magician card. You have the Two of Coins in reverse. You have the Seven of Coins. You have the Third Quarter Moon. It says here, adjustments are required. And you have the card of Take a Divinely Guided Chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Beautiful. Okay, I can see where this is going. So I do sense for you, pile 3, that you have felt recently an awakening of like an urgency, a sense of urgency to maybe change your life or take a new direction potentially, or at least to address something that wasn't working for you in the past. With the Third Quarter Moon here, I love the synchronicity there, third quarter, and it's pile 3. Adjustments are required. It's time for you to either change an aspect of your life that wasn't working, or to maybe take a chance on a new path that you've been afraid to take the steps to doing before. Sometimes we have things that we want to do, but we get in our heads thinking about whether we'll be successful at it, whether we'll do well at it, whether people will judge us for doing it. Sometimes even fear of success, like, oh my God, what happens if I actually do really well? My whole life's going to change. Then what? I don't know. Like we get bound and stuck in our comfort zone of what we know day to day. And it's time for you, I see, to break free of that and to really like take a chance on a new path. And I do see here for you, pile 3, that there's more than one option here. You have the 3 arrows and the 7 of coins here. I love also, I've just noticed that there's another hourglass here in the 7 of coins. I hadn't noticed that previously. So you have 2 hourglasses. There's a real sense of urgency in this group of like wanting to take charge in a new direction or to change something that hasn't been working for you. And I do sense that there's probably more than one thing that you can do. With the 2 of coins in reverse here, this really talks about like maybe a lack of prioritization or a lack of like planning abilities. I sense that maybe you just feel the need to go down a certain path, but you're not really sure yet which one to go down or what it is that you're supposed to be doing is what I'm sensing. But you have here a really strong opportunity to change your life and to go after whatever it is that you've always wanted to do, pile 3, and you were strongly supported by your spirit guides, I'm seeing. So you have the Magician in the upright position, along with the card here of Take a Divinely Guided Chance, that your spirit guides, the universe, is like screaming at you that now is the time to do that thing that you've always wanted to do, or to change that thing that you know isn't for you anymore. And there may be more than one way to do that also. So I really see that you know this already, that you're feeling the need to change your path. I see a group that's literally woken up one day and gone, oh my God, I need to I've got to do something, but I don't know what it is. Or, oh, I really want to do this, but what if it doesn't work out? What should I do first? What's the first step? So you need to sit down first, I sense, pile 3. Take a breath, take a breather. You will be successful. You're being guided to change your life, or to change that habit or thing that you know isn't right for you. You will have success because your spirit guides are calling for you to do this. But you're also the magician. You have the power within you to manifest whatever it is that you want. So if this is a new career that you've always wanted to try out, you will be successful, and you have the strength and the abilities within you to make it work. If it's a new creative project that you've wanted to start, or you've wanted to maybe start exercising more and to get more healthy, you have the skills within you and the know-how, the knowledge to actually plan out these things, and to take charge of your life, and to take charge of that direction that you've always wanted to go down. I sense potentially you may feel the need to change a few aspects of your life. Once again, with the 3 arrows here in the 7 of coins, there may be more than one thing in your life right now that you're trying to change up, or you want to go down a different path with. But just know that this is something that will be successful if you plan out and really take those practical steps to achieving. The magician can essentially rely on strong connection to the divine. It does say here in the take a divinely guided chance, it says, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. So you are being guided, pile 3. Your spirit guides are here, giving you all of the steps on your journey, letting you know what you need to do next. You just need to take a breather, relax, and trust in this strong connection to the divine, the strong intuition that I sense that you have, pile 3. And you will get there in time. It's one step at a time for you. But most definitely a need for you to sort of plan out, to have a roadmap or a mind map of what it is that you want to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. Also, the 7 of coins talks about starting to see the results of your labor, harvesting the rewards of your labor. So you may have already in the past started to change these things, or to take the steps right now to manifesting whatever it is that you want, or changing those things that weren't working for you, and you're now starting to see the rewards for it. But most definitely continue to do so, and I sense that the rewards will get bigger and bigger and better, and that you will be led to actually achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve in this life, pile 3. Moving on from that, let's get some further insight and wisdom for you from the Commonplace Tarot deck. Yeah, time isn't running out, pile 3. I sense that there's a bit of fear that you won't be able to do what you feel that you need to do, or that potentially you don't have the skills or the know-how to do whatever it is that you think you're being called to do. But with the Magician card there, and the Take a Divinely Guided Chance card, you most definitely have the skills and the know-how, the knowledge within, but also your spirit guides are really here supporting you and guiding you, so you just need to trust in that a little bit more. You also have the infinity there, the infinity symbol on the Magician card. So once again, remember, infinity, it's endless. There's time is just an illusion for you. You have plenty of time to do this. Don't stress too much about it. So your 3 tarot cards, you have the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh, you have the 6 of Swords. Nice. You also have the Page of Pentacles. So that is a beautiful card, and sort of reigns true with the message I'm trying to say, that this is something that will take time to manifest. You've just got to take the practical steps and start planning towards it. I do sense that there's probably more than one thing that you're changing in your life right now. You are starting to see the rewards for it, though. I'm seeing here with the 6 of Swords, indicating that you're starting to go from rocky waters into to calmer waters, like going from the dark to the light. You're starting to feel more relieved. You have started to take the steps, I'm sensing already, pile 3, to implementing or going after this dream that you've got your mind set on, or changing those things that weren't working for you. But with the Page of Cups here in reverse, I do see still that there's a little bit of inner work to do. I sense that you tend to maybe get quite anxious when you think about it, and you can stress about whether you will achieve your desired outcomes or not. If you have the skills and the ability to do so, or whether you'll be good enough, I sense also, to achieve what the universe is trying to get you to do. But the universe wouldn't be asking you to do this or sending you these divine messages if you didn't have the skills to do it already. It's all about just being grounded, taking the time that it needs to allow this to blossom and grow. Continue to work on each aspect or changing those things that you are changing right now. Continue to do the work, and just know that you are on your journey already. You started it, and you're starting to see the rewards for it. Beautiful reading, pile 3. Let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. This is something that will... oh, that came out really quickly. This is something that will provide for the needs for your life too. Like with the Page of Pentacles there, the 7 of Coins, also the 2 of Coins too. I just see that this is something that actually will bring you like abundance. You will be able to pay the bills and be able to live the life you've always wanted to live. The more work you put in, the better it will grow, the bigger it will grow. So just to be patient and continue to trust in this connection to the divine that is guiding you on this journey. So the Universe Has Your Back deck card, pile 3. Energy flows where my intention goes. I think that's a beautiful sentiment that sort of captures the essence of this reading. Try and continue to be in a positive mindset. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't overthink the process. Whenever you start to feel anxious or are concerned that maybe you won't achieve your goals, just take a breather, take some time out. Just reconnect with yourself, your center. Maybe go for a walk. Do something that is grounding and brings you back to earth a little bit. Remain positive and optimistic. And the universe works in the law of attraction, like for like. So when you radiate positivity and this belief that you can manifest this goal, you have the Magician card there, you can do anything, then the universe will support you by doing half the work for you, bringing it in divine timing. You're doing what you need to do, pile 3. Just continue. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonates with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have a beautiful day. And let's move on to pile 4. Welcome, pile 4. You have the rune of wonder. This is a lovely rune. It's a rune of happiness, of joy, of elation. It looks to me though, this rune, there's a man that looks as if he's been through quite a troubling time in the past. He's holding on to like a staff to support him. But then there's a woman that's very sensual by his side. Maybe that's the reward for coming through a tough time, potentially. Take what resonates with you, pile 4. So this is a really optimistic card. But let's see how that relates to what you need to hear right now by looking at your tarot cards. Yeah, you have the Hanged Man in reverse. You have the Emperor card. Oh, and you have the Moon. Oh, interesting. So for me, the Moon and the Hanged Man both relate to the star sign of Pisces. You also have the moon here, which is quite a nice synchronicity. You have the waning moon. What do you need to release? Right. And you have the card of positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy to temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Okay. All right, what I am sensing for you, pile 4. You're going through a period right now, I sense, where you're feeling quite confused and stuck, a bit stagnant. Things aren't moving forward for you the way that you would like. With the Hanged Man in reverse there, that talks about stagnation, feeling a little bit low on energy. All of your efforts just aren't really going anywhere, I'm sensing. And the Moon card really talks about like mysticism, things being like hidden from you, not being unveiled, or there's just a sense to me right now that you're feeling a little bit confused about what you need to do next or why you're going through this challenging period. But what I am seeing for you is that you're going through a period where you're starting to purge. This is similar to pile 2 in a way. You're purging a lot of like either negative belief systems that just are keeping you small and aren't working for you, so that you can like start to see the magic in the world and be the person that you're supposed to be in your future. Or you're actually dealing with some grief or some experiences that maybe you didn't actually like process properly in your past. I know that when we go through sometimes some really like heartbreaking experiences in life where we had some hardships, potentially more than one thing around the same time, and it's just really challenging and it's too much for us to bear, we can like just shut off our emotions to just cope. But if we continue to do that, or if we don't actually like deal with that grief at some point, it can start to manifest in our body. We can have some health issues sometimes. We get stuck and stagnated. We don't move forward. The Hanged Man card also talks about like some health issues potentially. So I'm saying that right now you may have some health issues that you're battling right now. And I really think it's associated with like not having processed some experiences in your past, some really like horrendous, like challenging and emotional experiences that were just too hard to bear. But I see now, pile 4, that you're starting to process these things. The fact that you have the what do you need to release card, the waning moon, and the moon card there, really indicating to me that you are starting to like process these feelings or emotions that you maybe didn't deal with in the past, or you're starting to like move on from certain belief systems or negative mindsets that are keeping you small and preventing you from being a lot lighter and free and living the happy life that you see in your future. And the good thing is with this reading is that I do see you getting through this period. I sense that it is quite taxing and confusing. You're over it, really. Like, it's hard work to work through a period when we don't really know what's going on. But the Emperor card just calls for discipline, for you to continue to work through it. You have the strength and the mindset to be able to get through this challenge. The universe and our spirit guides don't often give us things that we don't have the ability to deal with. But I also see that it's going to be better for both your mental health and your physical health too. So when you work through these challenges and start to transmute this energy or these experiences from your past that you didn't deal with, or that it was just too much to bear, you'll be releasing it from your energetic field, your aura. Each and every day that you do the work or that you process something, the more I sense that you're starting to feel alive, to feel more happy. With the Wonder over in there, indicating that there is happiness, there is joy, that you are overcoming your own personal demons or your challenges, and you will be coming into a place where you're feeling a lot more alive, more fertile. Like, life will be things will start falling into place for you more easily, I sense. But there is a need for you right now to just sort of grit and bear it, I think, to continue to process these things, to work through these emotions that might be coming up from nowhere, to feel the feels, essentially, so that you can like release them and feel lighter and more vibrant. And with the card here, positivity, faith, and optimism, this is talking about like, try not to allow yourself to go back to those negative mindsets. Try not to fall back into those patterns that were not working for you or that were preventing you from moving on with life, Pile 4. Continue to have faith that you will get through this, and to try to be positive and rely on some strong positive energy in this reading, that things will get better the more you sort of work on these challenges. Moving on, strong Piscean energy too. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. I think I did, with the Moon card there and the Hanged Man. Strong Piscean energy of like being able to see beyond the veil of mystery and mysticism. So what I also am sensing too is the more work that you do, the more you release these emotions that you've pushed down to the deep subconscious and haven't dealt with previously, the more you're starting to like potentially start to see certain gifts or rewards for your efforts. So you may be starting to like see the changes in your external world in terms of like things falling into place a little bit better, feeling more alive. The work that I did when I was going through my spiritual awakening, but it wasn't an easy awakening, that's for sure. I've had to work on a lot of things that I knew I needed to release, and to deal with a lot of grief from my past of when one of my siblings passed away, and through certain challenges and experiences in my life. But I've done a lot of inner work and started to grieve and let go of those emotions. And the things that I see in my external world now just amaze me. There's magic in this world, and I sense that you're starting to see the magic, like the vibrancy of certain colors and flowers and stuff. I never noticed them before, but all of a sudden they were just so vibrant and so bright, and it's so beautiful. Like birds and animals and insects that are coming up to me to give me a divine message. Like life getting a lot easier also. So keep up the work and you'll get through this, and know that you are being rewarded, that your inner world starts to reflect in your outer world. Powerful. Moving on, let's get some further messages and insight for you from the Commonplace Tarot deck. Spirit, please provide some further insight for pile 4. What else do they need to work on? What are they releasing? What else do they need to know? I do get the sense also that you've got some loyal friends or a support network, pile 4, that is around you. So the reason I say that, you've just got a ding there, which I always think is a confirmation of what I just said. So I sense that you have a strong support network. There's people that you can rely on to help you through this period. With the 2 dogs there in the Moon card, looking up to the moon, dogs are a very loyal animal. And you also have like a stave. The man is like resting or being supported by his staff in the Wanjo card. So there's people that you can like rely on to carry you through this, to help you through this period of like transition and grief and processing emotions. Don't be afraid to call on those people that you know have your back, that can help you through, or even just people that like you can talk to sort of, I sense sometimes even just talking about experiences makes us feel better and gets it off our chest. So maybe it's time for you to seek counsel with people that won't judge you, and that you can actually like communicate with and release this energy. Oh, ooh. Okay, so your 3 cards, pile 4. The first card you got is the Lover's card. So you may have a partner, a loved one, like an intimate partner that you can talk to be a confidant, or like to counsel you through this experience. Someone that you can rely upon just to sort of listen and not judge you, and maybe give you some advice on what you need to do to get through it. But the Lover's card also talks about commitment. And like the Emperor card here, you really need to commit to this path. The Positivity and Faith card also talks about commitment too, of trying to think positively, knowing that you will get through this, to have faith that your experiences will change. So there's a need for you to also continue to commit, to just know that you will get through this period, to keep at it, basically. But also the Lovers card is ruled by the star sign of Gemini, who are the strongest talkers. They're very communicative. So once again, just a message that maybe talking about your problems might be the way forward, potentially. If you're feeling stuck or you don't know what to do, try and get some advice from someone else and open up to somebody. Your next card, it's the Five of Pentacles. I love how the man is caressing the woman in this card. Very like soothing, nurturing, like empathic energy, very empathetic to someone's cause. You've been through some hard times, Pile 5, Pile 4. Like, you may have had some financial loss potentially, or maybe a job. You lost your job potentially during the COVID period. Remember, this is the timeless reading, so take it when you get this message. Or you may have just felt, I'm just picking up on, I'm sensing a group that just has felt isolated, has felt abandoned, has felt as if they've got no one around them to support them. But you do. There's people that the cards are indicating that there are people that can help you through, like, working through these emotional experiences that you're dealing with. There's people that you can talk to or turn to that can help you through overcoming this period of grief and transition where you're letting go of things that aren't working for you. And your final card is the Devil card. Okay. Which is indication to me that potentially your mindset in the past has been quite negative. You may have dealt with depression, I'm sensing also, Pile 4. There may have been so many like difficult experiences in your life that has caused you to feel depressed or feel really, really low. Once again, there's another confirmation there. Or potentially you've sought to like escape from this world with the strong Piscean energy here also. Pisces tend to turn to like methods to escape reality because it's too much to deal with. You may have had some addictions in your past, so you're still dealing with addictions or letting go of things that you know aren't working for you. So there's not only like things from the deep subconscious that are starting to emerge for you to start processing and let go of, but I also sense for you, you're actually dealing with overcoming some personal demons too, Pile 4. But just know that talking about your experiences will help get it off your chest and release some of that negative energy. Also, that you have a strong group of people around you, a strong support network that are here to help you through this period. And that your future is looking really bright. The more work that you do, the more that you grit and bear and continue to commit to overcoming these challenges, the more bright your world is becoming, the more free and alive you feel. And that's really like replicated in your external world. And your final tarot card, it's the Four of Swords in reverse. I do see a group that probably has been resisting a little bit. I sense that maybe you've been resisting dealing with these emotions. You've been resisting doing the work a little bit. I sense that you have been doing the work, but it's so hard that there's some strong resistance to letting go of personal addictions potentially, or some strong resistance to actually committing to working through these challenges. So it's just time for you, with the Hanged Man there also talking about resistance a little bit too, struggling against this period of stagnation. You want it to be over. You're over it. It's hard work. I can really feel how much pain this is causing you, Pile 4. But just know that if you continue to do the work, that things will get better. That's the message for you, essentially, is that things will get better, that you can be happy, you can live the life you always wanted, free of these burdens, free of that grief. And that you also have a lot of people around you that love you and support you, that are helping you through. Let's get a closeout message for you, Pile 4, from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message? There it is. Ooh, lovely. It says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So I get two messages from that. Once again, as I was talking about before, I sense that the more work that you do to overcome your personal demons and to work through this period of releasing negative emotions that are coming up from the deep subconscious, consciousness is part of our external world too. It's not just in our minds. Like we project the world that we see, right? In a way, if we change our mindset, we can change our reality. So it's talking about like committing to doing the work so you can start to see your consciousness expand and grow and change your external reality. But also it's about like committing to positivity too. With the positivity, faith, and optimism card, it's also talking about like continuing to commit to this process, knowing that like you will be rewarded for it. So have faith, pile 4. Continue to do the work. You are strong. You are the emperor there. You can get through this and you will get through this, and your life will be so much better because of it. That's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope it resonated with you, even though I know it was a tough reading. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.